Yeah, they on that funny stuff. I didn't do it yet. I just turned it on right now. I need water. I think I'm dehydrated, y'all. I be sleeping with that heater on, waking up, my nose be bleeding and stuff. It be dry. I gotta put my things on. Good morning. Afternoon to some. Thank you so much. Who was in class a little bit ago, about 30 minutes ago? Who was, bro, was you in class? Did you miss it? Who missed? Who was in class? Just you was here, Miss Beverly, Maryland, Kenya. Okay, India. All right. Okay. What y'all think about that? We back. One love. We back. Anybody else sitting over there like, oh my goodness. Yeah, buddy. I hope y'all still love me because y'all know we tap dance on issues that other people don't talk about. You was at the chiropractor. Okay. All right. You over here now. Okay. Well, hey. Listen here. Now do y'all see why I got all these books? Oh, well, tell her congratulations. Okay, we got a sugar baby. Listen here. And maintenance in it messed it up. I told y'all they was coming though. Thank you, Miss Marilyn. I appreciate that. My daddy taught me. I did not go to school for this. Thank God, right? Because when you go to school, they tell you how to teach. That's why I didn't want to teach in the church either. Thank you so much. That's why I didn't want to teach in the church. I'm telling you, I told God, I tell people about the Bible. I tell them about my experiences. But if I got to do it in church, I'm just not going to do it. I don't want to do it there. And so he's had me out on the street since 11 years old, for real. In and out, in and out, in and out. I've been to church sometime in there, but just always felt trapped. Felt like I couldn't breathe. Oh, I hope you feel better, Mama. What's going good, nephew? Ain't that amazing, though? Now we know why Jezebel was such an important person, because she was a Nephilim's granddaughter. It's good, ain't it, Auntie? I had chills the whole time I was watching it last night. You said over here, Bible like a bobblehead. Listen, I know. You be like, what in the? Listen, this tea is hot. Come on now. Watching what we watched, Exposing the Jezebel Spirit by Juanita Bynum. You got to get the one where she got the bob. You can't, it's not the one where she put her hair back. Watching what was, listen. So, whoever thought the Bible would be this interesting? Honestly, I don't care if you've been reading the Bible for 30 years. Whoever thought that the Bible could be this interesting? You didn't at first, not you, not me. Me, I didn't. Thank you, Miss Cherries. Oh, Quadita. Hey, Pumpkin. Not you. Never. Miss Lucille, I've never been this interested. Nikki. But I'm all in now. I thought the Bible was boring at first. Everybody did. Because the way they give it to us. I didn't. The words had me like I'm tired of Shakespeare from high school. Oh, man. That made me happy, One Love. Thank you. Never thought it would be this interesting, Miss Nita. Come on. Yes, I thought it was boring. Erica Kane, you thought it was boring. Now you be like, let me go read something. I ain't read nothing all day. Let me see what I can find. Don't you? Mm-hmm. But now I'm looking for something every time. Not me, I sit in church confused. Oh, man. Can I tell y'all something? When y'all tell me that, thank you so much. When y'all tell me that you all have a better understanding of the word and it has come to life. You can see the world in the Bible. When your life is changing, your stress levels are going down. That makes me very excited. Okay? Because the word is medicine. It helps you understand life and you don't have to guess that much. Anybody else see that? If you ask God a question and you hear James 4 and you go look at James 4, I promise you, you'll be like, what the? Now, at first, it might not. But if you read that whole story, you will see whatever question you just asked being answered. This I know makes sense to daily adventures that I can't. Come on. This is why God said, listen. Y'all hear me say that all the time. Listen. Listen. Listen here. But do you know that that's really God saying, listen, take heed? That's what he used to say. Take heed. Listen. I say it all the time, but people just, because I be like, listen here. It's kind of funny, but guess what? No, I really want you to listen. I really want you to hear. And I don't just want you to listen and hear. I want you to understand how it applies. Because I could get up here and read the scripture and holler and scream, and I'll do all of that in a different way. But I want you to understand why I'm up here hollering. I don't want you to leave just as confused about the word as you did when you came in here. I don't. I pray that it becomes so juicy to you that you be like, dang, that makes so much sense. And then it's just popping out everywhere. Stuff is just popping up off the page. You go to the store, there it is. You go outside, there it is. You look at somebody's shirt, there it is. Like, I want God to speak to you. And if you haven't paid attention, he do real loudly. Y'all can't tell me that God don't be speaking now to you. And if you can't hear a audible voice, he's speaking to you through, you ask a question, he takes you to a book. Somebody says something, you see a video, he answers. And it ain't always in the same way. People say, God don't talk to me. Lies. When you're just not listening. We talk to everybody and everything. Now, there are some people that are begging him and they've become so wicked that he has pushed them out into a reprobate mind and he don't talk to them. But for the most part, if you ain't made it to that point, he's talking. You got something to say. Because he don't want you to fail. He don't want you to mess up. He wants you to understand character. He wants you to understand consequence. But he also wants you to understand reward. And you have to learn his way in order to get his blessings, y'all. You can get them from other places, but they're not going to last as long. It's going to come with sorrow and headache and overworked and underpaid and false, whatever it is. Because we see people that lives that we thought was all the way together fall apart very quickly. And come to find out it was all a dream. I used to read Word Up magazine. I don't even know if that's the thing. I get mad at my kids because when we having conversations, they do that, and now I see where they get it from. I've been whooping them and fussing at them their whole life, and just being on here, I realize why they do that. Cause I hear Eddie Murphy's voice in my head all the time. It's donkey, donkey. Oh, Shrek, you hurt me bad, Shrek. You hurt me real bad. Like literally, if somebody do something to me, and I'm having a moment like that, that's how I be feeling. That is like that's what I hear. I'm telling you right now. I definitely hear that in my mind. Definitely. So, as animated as y'all probably think I am, it's even more animated in my head. Half of it I just can't. because it don't be appropriate. And I'm not talking about dirty or anything. Y'all just might not get the humor in it. Anyway, so who's going to go study Jezebel and all the horrible things that she did? Okay, so can I ask y'all a question? Anybody want to answer a question? Okay, so look. Now with all the horrible, nasty, dirty things that Nimrod did, why would God call him a mighty hunter? Thank you. Because it's his tool. But with all of the horrible, horrible, horrible things he did, he led God's people astray. Because God used Nimrod at different times. We know this, right? How do you think it made God feel when Nimrod was having sex with his mama? When God is the one that made him a king. God is the one that put the ability in him to build these cities and to be an inventor and to do all of these things. Like, that's a gift that God gave him. But then he turned around and he screwed his mama, married her. So I'm sure that Nimrod's children are by his mama. Does it list Nimrod's kids? Who are Nimrod's kids? Who remembers me telling y'all the other day, that's why, now way before we even talked about this, the other day, I told y'all, I said the angels and the giants was marrying their brothers and sisters to keep the God bloodline. The angelic bloodline is what they was trying to protect. Who remembers CERCA saying that the other day? Y'all remember? We talked about it. And then this video popped up that I don't think I seen it. Maybe I did. I don't remember ever watching it. I remember watching the first one about the Jezebel spirit, but not when she had this bob. And now Nimrod then married his mama, and we know Nimrod was a Nephilim. And his mama's name is Cerberus or Cerberus or whatever her name is. Come on now. Come on, Auntie. Thank you. Okay? But who was Nimrod's kids? Hmm? Do we know? Yes, no, maybe so. Some of his kids were Azurad, Magor, Eleazar, Humor, Jotan. Azurad, or however you say that. Now, what's crazy about that is, could it be because maybe Azaziel was in that bloodline? We know about Jotan. You already know where I was going, Rika. You already know I was coming over here. You already knew it, didn't you? We know about Jotan. We know, and look, that's the Nebuchadnezzar tablet. Hold on, we know about Jotan from a couple of different things, don't we? Where is it? I think it might be in my room. Oh, Lord, girl. You got so many books in here because of the lovely people of the CERCA TROVA, WOIU community that you, oh, there you go, right on the side. Hold on, but we know about him from a couple places. Excuse me. So real quick, y'all know this is our Norse mythology book. Who got it? I'm sure some of y'all do. It's our Norse mythology book. We're going to get to the book of Og, but watch this. Y'all ready? Listen what it say. Now, this ain't about Jotun, but I just want to read this real quick. And then I'm going to show you. The regions were lower still, the land of the subterranean fire. Okay, below Urd's, you are the realm of the world of torture under Nephilim. Two things, a bridge and a tree, united all these worlds. Bifrost, the trembling bridge, threw its mighty arch over Asgard, while its north end rested upon the mountains of the Nephilim. And its southern end reached to the land of Ur. Now, this is Celtic mythology. We know that the Nephilim lived in the mountains. And they were connected to the people that were in Ur. Literally called the mountain builders. This is Norse mythology, y'all. See it? And look what's right there. Spring, however you say that, Nephil or Nephilim. Mimir's realm, or how Urd's well in her realm. Home of the elves. Huh. And southern end of Bifrost near Urd's well. I see that. Jotun is mentioned in here. Ain't he one of the ice giants? Loki's in here. Ain't he? Ain't Jotun one of the ice giants from Thor? Right? Okay. Jotun is also one of Nimrod's sons. Thank you so much. Glad to get that weave out. I done had natural hair so long. I can't even add weave to the end of a row. When I tell you it was driving me crazy, I stayed up till 11 o'clock taking that mess out. I can't do it. I don't know what it is. I am not going to be able to do it anymore. And I love weave. I do. I love it. But it's been 6 years come June 27th. So I'm going to leave it. Hold on. Let me see. Narita Diaz. Like Nereid Diaz. Are you from the mermaid people, girl? Because that clearly says Nereid with an A on the end of it. Narita Davis. You named after the Nereids, girl. I done seen that name before. On here. That's cool. I've been wanting to say it, and I'm not making fun of you. Literally, it says Nereid. Your name has Nereid in it. Or Nereid. Cool. Mm-hmm. That's really cool. Let's see. Where are you? Mm-hmm. So they changed his name in here, but look it. See that? Jotun from the cold lands of elsewhere. Ain't he a frost giant? Jotun from the cold lands of elsewhere. Jotun and Jotun are the same person. Yes, it does. Goddess of the sea. So you one of Job's nieces. All right. Nereus is your great 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 granddaddy. This is your granddaddy. Great. No, let me stop you. Yes, I had a little bit of medicine. I'm okay. Mm-hmm. Amen. Mm. Cinco de Mayo, why not? Shoot. God just be letting stuff pop up off the page. Amen. Moving on. Okay. Now, but look. So Jotun was an ice giant, right? Yes. No, maybe so, kind of, a little bit. Was Jotun, whatever his name is, he was an ice giant from Thor. Come on now, y'all. Get back to class. Teachers back in session. It's almost Friday. Okay. Anyway. All right. Okay. So this is the Lost Book of King Og. Thank you so much, Mr. Perry. This is the Lost Book of King Og. Somebody go get the Bible for the Christians that might be new. Tell me where Og was mentioned in your KJV or ELT or NLT or whatever version. Where's Og listed at? And the Bible even tells us that Og was a giant. It said his bed was 13 feet long. Where is he mentioned? Is Jotun? Is he in House of Dragons? I'm about to go back and watch it. I love House of Dragons. Oh. Psalms 135, Psalms 136. He ain't mentioned nowhere in the beginning of the Bible. Like Kings or something. Only Psalms? He ain't in Kings? Wasn't he fighting with Abraham? Or Moses and Lot? He should be somewhere in the beginning. He's mentioned in Deuteronomy. Okay, I knew it was one of them in the beginning because he was fooling around with Abraham. Abraham is the one, Numbers 21. Okay, I knew it was somewhere in there. Numbers 21 and 33. Okay. King of Judah. He was the king of Judah. I was a giant. Who remembers me telling y'all? I really need y'all to go back through Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Deuteronomy, Kings. Because the kings was the children of the angels. And the grandkids of the angels and the... Oh, okay. And do y'all believe me now? Thank you so much. Okay, so look. Y'all ready? Look at this. Jotun from the cold lands of elsewhere. Jotun, whose flowing yellow hair and piercing eyes brought fear to all who looked upon him. Jotun, who wore the pelts of unknown beasts. What's a pelt? P-E-L-T. Tell me what a pelt is, auntie. Somebody tell me what a pelt is. P-E-L-T. Skins. The hides. The furs. I'm going to read that again. Listen. So Nimrod's son Jotun. Listen, is y'all hearing me? Listen. God said that Nimrod was a mighty hunter. And I ask y'all, who is he hunting? Seeing as how it was monsters living in this day. He wasn't just hunting men. Demon hunters. Excuse me. Monsters. Harpies. Half human, half bird beings. Trolls, maybe. Because if the giant was there, then so was the trolls. And isn't it funny that in the movie that just came out recently, exactly where God said he threw Azazel under the rocks and put sharp rocks on top of him in the dark, ain't that where a troll came from? Because he looked like a mountain if you didn't know what you was looking at, didn't he? Like under the rocks. Anybody ever seen Never Ending Story? The big ugly troll, he was a rock. Anybody watch the newest Noah movie? The Rock Giants? The Rock? Dwayne Johnson? Ain't he supposed to be big and massive too? He always playing a mystical creature, ain't he? Or mystical being. Okay, I'm just saying. Rock giant. All right, let's look at this. Jotun from the cold lands of elsewhere. Jotun, whose flowing yellow hair and piercing eyes brought fear to all who looked upon him. Jotun, who wore the pelts or skin of unknown beast. Jotun, who sacrificed daily to Baal of the sun. And we know that Asherah and Baal could have easily been female and male demons or whatever, but we know that they are intersexed or androgynous demons. So they could have been among the first of the giants that were created from these angels. Because again, there's three sizes everywhere we look. If we look in Hindu culture, there's three sizes of people. If we look in Egyptian culture, three sizes of people. Every week, there's these super, super bigs, big, and then little people. And then even still littler than that. So technically, it's more than three. Because the gnomes and all of that and the fairies are even smaller. So this is Nimrod's son. No, I take that back. Jotun is not Nimrod's son, but he had a son named Jotun. Excuse me. I told y'all wrong. Anyway, we're going to read it, but I did tell y'all wrong. So Jotun is an ice giant, but Nimrod had a son named Joktan. So these are two different people. Excuse me, y'all. I was mistaken. But still, there's Joktan or Joktan and Jotun. Jotun still sacrificed to Baal. But we already know that Nimrod and his mama is the ones that started it. So we know that he was a race of giants because all the giants was worshiping Baal. They was the high priestess of Baal in this. So it's like a cousin, basically. The same way Christians all worship Christ, Baal was the worship of these giants and whatever else, or whichever older deity or celestial deity, one of the rulers of darkness. Okay? Who came down and empowered these people. And because they came out of flesh, a woman, but they had spiritual fathers, they were able to manipulate flesh and blood, bone. Now this makes us understand the transition from a man to a werewolf. Your daddy is an interchangeable being. Your daddy is a shapeshifter. Your daddy mates with a dog. But maybe it was one of the angels that had a human-like form. Still a shapeshifter. Think about this. If you're reading, he came to set the captives free, it's not till a regular human being sells their soul completely out that they get to come a werewolf. Even in this book that I'm about to continue reading here in a second, it says that the people that completely sold out to the dark ones, it could transform their form. When the dark ones inhabited them, it changed their physical form. And their eyes went completely black. Some of them, it turned them into a dust devil. Yeah. So when Israel was fighting these wars, these is the kind of monsters they was fighting against, y'all. People that literally had the rulers of darkness, the seven that's in Solomon, they had magic powers and could transform into all sorts of things. Once them demons or the old gods inhabited them. So we know Jotun, whatever his eyes are, he had yellow hair, but his eyes was piercing. He going to fight against Nimrod. Nimrod do got a son named Jotun, and now see, I don't like that. I don't know if that's a piece of weave that's still in my hair because all the hair on my body keeps standing up. You know how like you rub up against somebody. I don't got time. Y'all already know it be people behind me. Y'all already know. Y'all done sink the eyes up there yourself, so don't act like I'm tripping. And it sure felt like I just rubbed my... Just gonna slide up. No, it ain't the bad ones. They just be... Listen, I am in a heavily guarded tower. I tell y'all, it's people that try to come in my house, God won't even let them step through my threshold. And every time I talk to my godmother, she says, he's protecting you from who? From what? y'all nephew. Hold on. Hola, hola.
You can see me?
I can see you, and the people can hear you.
Oh no. Alright, I will speak with you after.
Okay. You look handsome. Did you just get a haircut?
You look nice too. I did not.
Thank you.
That's you if you think I just got a haircut. I did.
Yeah, it looks really good, son.
Thank you so much.
Are you going to get food?
I am. How you know? I just got down from the mountain.
Oh, okay. Because I know my son. They can hear you.
W-O-I-U that I love them.
He said he loved y'all. They already saying, hey, nephew. Okay. I already know. Which yeah.
Yeah, just call me after.
Okay. I love you, son. Bye. That's my twin face, ain't it? For the people that met him in person, he got a male face of this. He is my twin. Yeah, buddy, I spit that out. You hear me? I sure did. Yes, he is my twin. That's funny. Crazy. But he looked just like his dad, too, though. He one of them kids, if he's standing by his daddy, he look like his daddy. And if he's standing by me, he look like me. And he a Pisces. His birthday 9 days before mine. So God gave him to me for me. He knew. He's always been sensitive, not sensitive, but like in touch with, like, you know what I mean? He can feel people pain, and I don't know. People calling him for everything. Whenever they going through stuff, he's always the wise word person. And I named him after the family members, like it's a long line of men with that name. And so then I didn't know that it meant friend to all until later on in life. His first name is like friend to all, and like all of that. So he's definitely an empath. I think he's still learning his abilities though. I'm sorry for getting those two mixed up, Jotun and Jotun. Excuse me, y'all. That's on my mind. Y'all know I don't like doing it, but it is what it is. Okay, so did I change it, y'all? Okay. Your twins are Pisces too. Who is two of them? Oh man, how do you deal with that? Woo! So that's 4 people all in one. Oh, mama, you so strong. You is strong and smart. Cause honey, one Pisces is 2 people all by themselves. And then you got 2 of them double at the same time. Oh, that God, no, you strong. Wow. Ooh, I don't even know if I can handle. That's a lot. That's a whole lot. Ooh, wait. Okay. Wow. Shoot. Listen here. Because sometimes I can't even handle my own self. Listen, double love to give and craziness too. I'm telling you, Pisces will kill you and be like, you made me do it. I loved you. But you made me do it. And then be crying because they didn't kill you. People like, what are you sad about? Because I didn't want to do it. They made me do it. Being told on themselves and everything. Pisces gonna turn themselves in. I can't live with the guilt. I can't even sleep. I cut them up and put them in my. They're over there. I didn't want to do it. Like, I can see me. I'm telling you right now, because I ain't gonna be able to sleep with that. That don't mean I won't do it. I just ain't gonna be able to sleep with it. Got to tell somebody. Got to get this off my chest. They made me do it. And run down the whole deal for you. Need any other, you need anything else? Or, yeah. I've already prepared everything. Everything's already together. My attorney will be here shortly. And, yeah, just wanted to give you guys the rundown of, what's going on around here. Yeah, there's no denying it. I am definitely the guilty party. I can see myself in a damn interrogation room. Hell, I ain't even about to lie to y'all. Give me some food right now. Yes, I did it. Because I ain't going to be able to sleep lying saying I didn't. So there's that. Now give me my damn burger. Give me my sandwich. We're going to do it. Cow ain't I? Mm-mm. I did it. Give me my damn sandwich. You said I'm an exception to there. All right. Well, Pisces absorb the energy they around. So people always want to act like we treat them crazy, but you've been treating us like this for a long time. I ain't saying you. I'm saying in my experience. After a while, we just gonna throw your energy right back at you. Not even trying to. We just become. I mean, part of us is the empathic part is I'm only giving you what you give me. And I don't even have to try, it just happens. So, yeah, sometimes if y'all don't like the way Pisces be making y'all look, you might want to check yourself. All right. So let's finish this. Okay. So it says, Jotun, who wore the pelts of unknown beasts, Jotun, who sacrificed daily to Baal of the sun, Jotun, who was able to arouse the anger of Baal of the sun and call down large stones of fire against his enemies. I'm going to read that part again. This is a giant, and he had 500 of these giants. And listen to what he was able to do. Jotun, who was able to arouse the anger of Baal, of the Baal of the sun, and call down large stones of fire against his enemies. Jotun, who drank a potion of Enceladus and lost himself to the dark ones for 8 seasons. Jotun, what the hell? Somebody just told me a story about one. That's crazy. Moving on. So you drink and you black out. Moving on. Jotun, who helped to tear down Nimrod's high places of Baal worship. Jotun, who killed Nimrod's sons, whose names will not be mentioned, to blot them from the earth. Jotun's army was 500 giants. So Jotun, after he allowed these demons to inhabit him, could call down balls of fire like meteors, like a meteor shower, balls of fire. Because where are you calling them down from? My ears ringing. Okay. Hmm? Who remembers what's going to happen with the Antichrist? What does it say he about to be able to do in Revelation 13? And clearly God tells us that he is Lucifer's son. Oh no, ain't no family around me today. I don't do the ancestor thing, honey. The dead stay dead. Dead don't come talk to me. I don't talk to dead things. It's pointless. It's already somebody here, but it ain't no dead folks. You already know, girl. Don't no dead people come talk to me. Nope. No, Miss Reed. No. 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 Mm-mm. 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 Nah. Y'all can keep talking to the ancestors. I don't want. If you didn't left on from here, you need to talk to the people that's over there with you. Because the spirit don't die. So you got people to talk to over there. You need to talk to them, not me. I only want to talk to the people that's on this side. They can talk back to me that whole, and they can talk back to you too. But I just don't want no parts of what they got to say. Mm-mm. No, this ain't a distraction. This is something that I talk about all the time. I don't want. People be like, oh, when you die, they better not come and be at the foot of my damn bed. No, don't come see me when you die. No, don't be standing at the foot of my bed. Don't come trying to tell me nothing. I don't want to hear it. I want to hear from a living God, and that's it. Mm-mm. The dead, I don't want them telling me nothing. The way you just hollered out, honey, listen, don't come tell me nothing. Mm-mm. I don't want to hear it. The line is disconnected from that side to this side for a reason. uh-uh. Mm-mm. Don't get to knocking stuff down because you didn't can't. Don't come over here. Don't. You ain't welcome in my house. Mm-mm. I see you when I get over there. Hopefully. I mean, we all gonna be in judgment together, so it's gonna be like waiting to go in court. Everybody out there, even if your case is at a different time, everybody is sitting out in the court, the foyer or foyer, whatever you want to call it, in the hallway, waiting to go in to meet the judge. We all gonna see each other again in Judgment Day. I see it in. You can talk to me then. We chop it up while everybody getting judged. If we get to talk, I don't know. It might be no talking up there, but they said you're gonna know everybody right there. So I see you at Judgment Day. That's when I want to see you at Judgment Day. I do not want to see you before. And you done left on up out of here. Nope. I don't want you coming to tell me nothing, 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 nothing. Don't come tell me nothing. Don't come touch my stuff. Don't do none of that. And I mean it. My granddaddy was one of my favorite people. And I had a dream about him. And it's another lady that was very close to my heart. And I had a dream about her. But it wasn't like, it was different. Now, do I think it was in the spirit? Yes, but she was leaving. And she was walking out the door and she had a hospital gown on and her whole, excuse my language, ass was out. And it was hilarious. And she was talking stuff and she was going out this door into this garden. It was so crazy. But the crazy thing is this. Right before she died, I told y'all, God told me she was going to die. And I told her son's best friend 2 weeks before this lady died, she's not going to be here long. Mind you, she had a routine back surgery. It wasn't even nothing. She was up moving around the next day, everything. But I never got to see her scar because I'm squeamish. My daughter, she opened the back of her gown and showed my daughters. And she tried to show me, and I told her I'm going to leave. So I never saw it. Do y'all know when she came to me in my dream? Not came to me, but was in my dream. I described this scar, and I was like, because her gown was open in the back, and we was in this garage. It was one of my old house garage, and the way the house went, you could come in the garage, but it was a back door where you go out into the yard back this way. Well, in a dream, she was going out the door, but her back was healed. Like I saw the scar, how jagged it was and everything. But it was healed up. And she was white. So it was so funny. Y'all just gotta know her to know. So and she was talking stuff and whatever and all of this. And so when I told my daughters about the dream, now mind you, they was like 9 or 10, 10 and 11, but they saw her scar in real life in the hospital. They saw it. I didn't. When I told, they said, Mom, that's exactly how it was. But Mom, you didn't look at it. They said that's exactly how her scar was. But in the dream, it was healed. In the dream, it wasn't the incision that the doctors had just made, but I didn't see it in the hospital. I would not look at it. But I saw it in my dream and it was healed. It was a whole thing. So if it ain't like that, I don't want it. She didn't come to tell me nothing. We was just having a conversation in my dream. But God showed me that her pain had been healed. That's what he showed me, because we always think that pain healed is the sickness taken away. No, sometimes it's the person. Because sometimes you see a representation of physical pain with drug addiction and stuff like that, but it's in here. They trying to numb something. Alcoholism, same thing. So as long as that soul is here, if they can't get free, the only thing is for them to leave that body. Because God don't want nobody to suffer. And so even though it's going to hurt the people that's here in the flesh, that person's soul is free, because the soul be crying out to God, not the flesh. The soul is tired. The soul is depressed. The soul is sad. The soul is broken, not whole, not this going back, this stay here. When people say they died of a broken heart, their soul was broken because the flesh was fine. Your soul is what be calling out when you living wrong and you in evil. When they say, I just don't want to, but something makes me. The flesh. The soul don't be happy. The soul, when you have sex and you ain't supposed to, is what feel guilty. It feel good to the flesh. The soul. That's why it be in your mind when you mess up and you can't stop thinking about it. Your body didn't forgot the feeling. But your soul. You getting it? The body can forget the feeling, baby, but that mind don't. You can get a black eye and forget the pain, but your mind won't ever forget. Because this flesh is temporary. That's why the things that happen in it are temporary. But your soul, when you feel heavy, it ain't nothing on your shoulders, it's in your mind. When you feel depressed, it's not on your shoulders, it's in your mind. Your soul is depressed because the weight of sin is heavy. The weight of chains is heavy on your soul. So every time that you go back and you sin, you get another chain. Chains, real chains are heavy. Now, we can't see them in the physical until you start to get depressed and stressed, and then you start losing weight because your soul let you get a heartbreak. Can't nobody see it, but they can see it. We don't see your heartbreak, but we can tell when you're not eating and you crying, and every time you think about them, your eyes well up. Your soul is thinking about it. And remember, one of the mercies of going to heaven is you don't have to remember. But one of the punishments of going to hell is you can never forget. The soul won't forget. So the sea, people that get to dip in the sea of forgetfulness, it's mercy. So you don't have to remember nothing from this. But when you tell God, I don't never want to forget it, that means you got to go to another place because you can't remember in heaven. Because if you remember the people that you left, you will never be happy. So you can't remember them. But the people that get to watch you be up in paradise, they can't never forget. That's a part of their punishment. They don't never get to forget the chances they had to do right, the chances they had to forgive, the chances they had to stop fornicating, stop committing adultery, stop stealing, stop lying, stop cussing, stop whatever. Stop doing magic. Stop watching perverse things. You'll never forget it. It's actually going to be a constant reminder when you look up as to why you ain't there. The mercy and grace is going to be, if you make it to heaven, you ain't got to remember the pains of this life. But if you don't make it, everything that you couldn't get rid of and you couldn't stop doing, you're going to be attached to it for eternity. And it's going to be the constant reminder as to why you're not in God's presence. I ain't holding on to nothing. I already told my kids, baby, I'm not going to hell for you. I'm not lying for you. I'm not covering for you. Because if I make it to heaven and you don't, I won't even remember you. So no, we brothers and sisters when we leave these bodies. We only in this because we gotta be. But when we get to heaven, we brothers and sisters in the Lord. Baby, I'm not losing my soul to be loyal to you and I might not make it in. Oh, hell no. Family loyalty, what? There is none. Because when I leave this earth, you're not my mama no more. And when you leave, we are sisters and brothers in the Lord. That is it. So Jesus said, who is my mama? If they ain't trying to follow God, they ain't my family. They ain't my mama and my brother. Jesus, God in the flesh said that. Which means if you're not going to be a part of God's kingdom, you ain't going to get me anyway. I won't even remember you. Family who? Mama who? Daddy who? Kid who? Cousin who? Husband who? Nope. Nope. Don't let nobody trick you in and then they end up getting in and you got to watch them be in your place. And what you say? I don't even know you. Say T.I. I don't know me. You don't know me. Whatever. You hear me? Uh-oh. Wait a minute, what happened here? What happened? Right. Shock is mercy of God too. When our bodies go into shock, like if somebody gets shot, that's mercy and grace. Shock is God's grace on our life. And you go into shock so you can't remember because he know your mind ain't never gonna forget. And your nerves don't forget either because trauma is stored in your nerves, the pain of it. your central nervous system. This is how we get phantom limbs, and they can still feel the pain because the soul is still whole, the body just. So in the spirit, the arm and the leg is still there, just not in the flesh. And they say your brain tells you that there's still an arm there because it is in the flesh. I mean, in the spirit, not in the flesh. I can personally testify to this. I have an understanding from my own experience. There you go. Truth, I'm an amputee. You are? Wait a minute, Miss Lucette. You be having all kind of stuff. I'm coming to your help. You're below the knee amputee. See? You just keep on having my mind thinking, well, that's what you come here for, is school. Miss Lady, you know it. We try to do this every day. Ain't this so? God is so amazing. Why would you not want to know him? He's so great. And he's so intricate and he's so meticulous and then free. And it's just all these great things. That's why I got all these books. Because I want to, every time I read something, I learn some more about God, not people, God. And how he moved and how he thought and what he did and why he did this. All of it just makes him that much bigger. Y'all hear my stomach? It's time for me to go get some food and take a nap. I'll be back on here probably later. Now that I know. I don't got nothing to do, I don't think. But I gotta go get some food. Because I've been up since like 5 or 6. And it's about to be 12. And I ain't ate nothing. Almost 1. Yeah, I need some groceries in my life. Listen. Oh, Tia, y'all, thanks. You make me happy. Thank you so much, Miss Brown. Well, look, we'll come back on later. Y'all got some stuff to look up now. Y'all about to go look up Nimrod. Y'all about to go look up Jezebel. Who understands that this Juanita Bynum video fits right into our 3-week homework? I was wondering who's going to pick up on that. What's the 3-week homework y'all supposed to be doing? Hmm. Come on, Mr. Robert. Because y'all realize these are the Babylonian Nimrod, his mama. These are the people that started the Assyrian and Babylonian cultures. So her stuff played right into our homework. Because when y'all go look up Jezebel and all of the Nimrod and find out about his mama, guess what y'all doing? Researching the Assyrians and the Babylonians. Mm-hmm. They started Babylon and Assyria and all and all of that was considered Babylon. So by you going to look up that Jezebel story and Ahab and all of them, and then Nimrod and finding out about his mama, you're actually already doing your homework, putting more pieces together for your 3-week, 21-day homework. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Right? So I need to buy them from however many years ago, play right into our homework right now. Why do they do this? Okay. Well, we about to go, y'all. I love y'all. I'm about to go find me some food. Actually, I already got some food. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I had got me some barbecue yesterday and I ate a little bit of it and I'm about to eat the rest of it. I got brisket and ribs. And I'm about to go put that in the oven for a minute. And then I'm probably gonna get in bed and watch me a show until our next class. And then I gotta go run somewhere this evening and then I'll be back. So I love y'all. I love y'all. I'm about to go eat. Oh yes, nephew. Love me some brisket. Learn how to make it. The good kind, not the dry kind. I'm gonna need you to, so where it's just falling apart. Everybody on them oxtails, give me a good brisket, babe. I'll be all right. Ooh, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. Brisket. Ooh, on a potato, baby. It's a place in Indianapolis. I don't know if they still open. They used to have potatoes, like no lie, that'll take up a whole, like the whole styrofoam tray. And any whatever barbecue you want on top of that, baby. And I'm talking about massive. Day, are you here? Have you ever been there up there on Michigan Road? Well, it's across. Uh, it's actually Martin Luther King. Thought it was my stomach. That's man's talking. Y'all been hearing it? It's if you ever go to Indianapolis, it's I don't know if they still open. And honey, they give you this big old potato, like it's massive. And you can get ribs in it, brisket, smoked sausage, grill. Ugh. Yes, 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 yes. Food make me happy. Real happy. It makes me happy. Go on and get it popping, nephew. Get you a couple of roasts. Bang them to your friends. You know they be high anyway. Go on and get it. Better get your money, potatoes. Tell you go and do what you gonna do. I see you hustling now. I tell you to get some bread with some food. You hear me? Cause that's what you gotta do. Love y'all. I'm about to go eat.